And of course, my favorite way to see if your rifle is still on, check the balloon out. I think she's good to go, but let's give it a little finer tune, see what happens. Welcome back to Lowballing Outdoors. I'm Alex. Well, today we're going to go over the Savage Mark II. How good or bad is it? We're going to discuss the great things and the garbage things about this thing. And we're going to see, is it really worth our time to even play with one of these? Okay, first off, we're going to go with the optic. This is a Rydon 16 power Primal 1 scope. It's not a bad scope, pretty clear for what we're doing today with it. So, zooms ain't going to be our problem today. What better place is it to start with the magazines of the Savage? Now, the 5-round magazine has kind of a little hiccup, at least in the 2 that I've owned. You got to kind of push them in there weird. It's a little bit awkward and kind of funny to put them in there, but the 5-round magazine doesn't jam or doesn't give you any problems after you get it loaded. Now we're talking about the 10-round magazines. I have 2 of these. One of them works flawlessly, no problems. The other one, I'm going to have to figure out this backside because it kind of opens up just a touch right there and causes feeding problems, which is definitely not good. Next, we're going to take this inserting the magazine. When inserting a magazine, it sounds like it's in, but a lot of times you'll have a failure to feed. So when you open it up, you got to kind of push it up in there. Bingo. Make sure she's all the way seated. Otherwise, you're going to get that dreaded click. And no one likes that click. Another pet peeve of mine is the plastic stock, because the fore end just has so much wiggle room. Just quite a bit of movement in there. If we're in the squirrel woods, that probably isn't going to make a hill of beans, but on a bag, it definitely is going to make some difference. Now let's talk about the great and amazing things about this plinker. It has an oversized knob that makes it easy, smooth as butter to operate this, even in gloves if you're out plinking rabbits or squirrels when it snows on the ground. Accuracy. Accuracy is a really good thing. As a matter of fact, let's take it to the bench right now. We're going to pop a couple groups, and then we're going to smack some golf balls, and we're going to show you how accurate this thing is. Remember, this is just this bulk Winchester cast and blast ammo. It's hollow point. It's great for squirrels, but that's really what I intended this thing to do. So let's make sure she's still on with that, especially since it's squirrel season. I'm going to get her tuned up and ready to roll. Check this out, guys. Not too shabby, not too shabby right there. There's my thumbnail. That's pretty good shooting. I'm gonna make a couple of little clicks and we'll get her into the bullseye. I do like it. She's accurate. It has a great trigger from the factory. If you've never messed with an accurate trigger, where have you been? They've been out for like 20 some years. But they're crisp, they're clean. Now, is this thing a CZ? Absolutely not. Is this a Bagare? Absolutely not. This is a budget plinker that is extremely accurate and a whole bunch of fun. This thing is great in the squirrel woods. It's great just to have on the shelf. It looks good and she performs well.